Hey, hi folks. This is Tanmay, and welcome to our YouTube channel, Your ML Student. So, in today's video, from today's video, we are going to start a playlist of your end-to-end machine learning project. So here we'll take a case study from Kaggle and we'll implement it and make it end-to-end till the deployment, and it will be a automated deployment for you. And it has to be like we'll be adding some little bit MLOPS tools to make it more compatible for you. Just to be informed you guys, I'm not adding a lot of stuff are there in MLOps. Even still right now I'm learning MLOps only, and I thought let's share the knowledge with the community because our channel vision was to let's learn, let's build together. So whatever I learned till now, I want to share those stuffs with you guys. And maybe this project will be done till certain extent, and maybe in my next video, maybe in the next project, I'll be adding lot of new steps whatever I'll be learning, maybe in next 10 days or maybe next 1 month. I'll be adding those also in my new video, in my new project. Maybe that will be a new case study, maybe that will be on deep learning or maybe on computer vision. So I'll be uploading lot of contents on projects and in this channel, and this channel will be exactly on projects only. There will be a lot of different kind of projects. This is the first video. We are starting from the very easy and basic project. We'll know the structure, how to shape it up for you. You do practice. Even I did in my time, and this is how we learned, right? So let's start. So let's first see what is the dataset is all about. So here you can see this is a dataset called credit score classification, and I am using this dataset as our case study here. You know the problem statement anyways, you know what you need to build. So this is the problem statement. This is a, as you are working as a data scientist in a global finance company. Over the years, company has collected basic details on gather lot of credit score related information. Management wants to build an intelligent system to segregate the people into credit score brackets to reduce the manual efforts. Given a person's credit score related information, build a model that can classify the credit score. So we need to classify the credit score. That is a simple typical classification problem that we need to solve here, but we'll build it end to end. So how we can do that? So before starting anything, let's create a folder in your system. So I have already created a folder called credit score English. So this is a video that I'm uploading on English. Maybe another case study I'll be uploading right after this video only, that will be on Hindi, because some people ask me upload videos on Hindi, a lot of people ask me to upload videos in English. So let's do it for both. So the credit score English. So this is the folder I have created, and I will show you the dataset later. So this is a folder I have created, and let me start with building a GitHub repository, because anyways I need to share codes with you guys. So I need to create a repository. So this is my repository, GitHub repository. I am clicking here new, giving a repository named credit score classification end-to-end English. Let me take the description from here as a problem statement, copy, and this. Later I will edit this one. This is the public, and I want to add a readme file. I want Python, and I want to take MIT license. If you do not want to take MIT license, it's completely fine. Now let's create repository. So you can see the repository is being created now. Now what you can do, you need to do one thing. Go here in the code, just copy this one, HTTPS one. Come here, come inside your folder, right click, go new, not new, I guess yeah. You need to install git bash here to do steps, or if you have any terminal also, that's fine. If git installed in your system, it will work. You need to install git to do the cloning thing. So I am clicking on open git bash here. I opened the git bash here. Now I am writing git clone. Let's right click and keep paste. So it will be cloning the entire repository in my system. So it's cloning it, and I think cloning is done. Let me cut this one. Here you can see the folder is being created, and if I'm double clicking on it, you can see the steps whatever was there in your GitHub repository. I can see it here. Now what I want to do, I want to open this um, entire folder in my Git VS Code. So what I'm doing here, I'm right clicking on it and I'm clicking open with code. If I click on this, it will automatically open it. And just I'd like to tell you one thing, that maybe some of you it won't work, because maybe in some of your cases, if you are clicking on right click, you might not get this called open with code. So what you need to do, just copy the path, right click and copy the path, open your Anaconda prompt and just write cd, paste this one here, and then write if e dot, because it started with e, right? That's why I wrote here e dot, sorry, not dot, it's a colon, and then write code space dot. If you write like this, it will open the VS Code again. So these are the two ways you can follow to open the VS Code inside this folder. So you can easily access all the files and folders will be created inside this folder. So I'm closing one because I think two opened in my system, or one. Let me check. Okay, actually one opened in my system. Let me try with code dot. Yeah. So let's create files here. Now we need to create the basic structure first before starting the project. So let me start by adding some of the new files and folders. So let me create a folder called your src, because this folder will contain the entire package. This folder will be the package, and this package will contain a lot of files and folders that will be containing a lot of Python functions or methods that will be calling to build the entire pipeline from getting the data till the deployment. So let's create folders one by one. So I'm clicking here and I'm going to create some folders inside this src. So next folder name will be created. Inside credit, I'll create I think 3 to 4 folders. First one is your components. Next one will be your config. um, I guess, yeah, config, yes, config. And after that will be another folder called constants, and inside this one again another folder will be entity, and another folder is pipeline, and another folder is your utils. And as I want to use this src folder as a Python package, I need to mention underscore underscore init.py to give a stamp to this folder key. This folder I will be creating as a Python package. If I do not pass init.py, it will not be able to identify this folder that I can use this one as a Python package. So that is why I am passing here init.py, and the same I need to do for each and every folder, because I guess by mistake I deleted this one. Let me create a folder called components again. Components, yes. So now what I need to do, I need to pass that init.py file in each and every folder, because I am going to call a lot of Python functions from these folders. That is why let's make it init.py. Let's do one thing. Let's just go from this folder itself. Let's do it faster. Inside src credit and components, let's copy it. Let's paste it from here. Everywhere you need this one. Everywhere you need this one. I'm pasting in each and every folder. I'm going and I'm pasting things here as well as here. So inside each and every folder, I pasted init.py, init.py, and init.py. Right? You can see, right? Done. Now what you need to do, once you are done with that, let's create the setup code. Okay, let's create the setup file. So that is your setup.py. That will not be inside this one, that will be outside. So let's keep it as a setup.py and setup.py, and let me get the setup.py code from my GitHub, because I wrote the same code last time and I do not want to write the same code again. So I'm copying the code from my last project. So why is my setup.py? Is my setup.py. I'm copying this code and I'm pasting it here. Let me explain you what is all things are here. So I'm importing the setup tools here. Then I'm opening my readme file and I'm reading it simply. And the encoding format is UTF-8. Then I'm giving the version. For me, version will be the first version. Then the repo name. What was my repo name? So my repo name was this. Um, this. This was my repo name. So let's copy the repo name and let's paste it here as my repo name. Is the same my email ID. Sorry, my name. And let's keep the source repo as same. This one. And let's keep my new email ID. That is this one. And let's make it credit and let's see what all things are here. So I'm calling setup tools.setup. Now I am telling to I need to create the setup, and for that hot all metadata I need to provide. I am passing the repo name, source repo. There is the name, then the version that I wrote here, then the author, my name, author email, my email. Description is the end-to-end credit data project using ML and small MLOPS. Is the long description that I wrote here is a long description that I read from my readme.md file. And then the content, this is the content type, text slash markdown, then the URL, then the project URL, and then the package directory. You can see here I'm passing src. So what I'm telling, when you are going to create the setup, you need to create a package, this src folder. You need to create a package using this one, and I'm telling here the packages setup tools.find packages. I'm telling you need to find the packages from where src. It is going to find the packages whatever it requires from this folder called src, and the package directory I have mentioned as src. So this is what we have done. Now let me create another file called setup.cfg. So this is a configuration file for our setup.py. So again I am going to copy paste the code that I wrote last time, because the same code I have to write again and I don't want to waste your time. And if I am going here and inside my setup.cfg, I am copying this code and I am pasting it here. So some things you guys need to update here, that is I am going to use Python version 3.8. I am passing the license MIT license files as a license. I am telling the options. I need the requirement installments of ensure library. I let you know why I am using this ensure library later, but this is the ensure library. Then the Python requirements. I am using greater than 3.7 version. I don't need this one because I am not adding test cases here as of now for this project, but I will add test cases in the next projects. Now I'm editing this one, writing as a credit cfg, that is py type the package data one, and the flake 8. What it does is try to check key whatever codes I'm going to write, maximum line length has to be 160, and it I am telling that you need to exclude init.py file because we do not have a lot of code there, right? So that is why we are telling you should not look into init.py. So that is what we are telling. So you are done till now. Now let us create the Python environment, and before that let's create requirements.txt, because we need to install our libraries, requirements libraries. So I'm writing a Python pandas numpy and this one. Now let me tell you what it does. So here I'm going to create a Python environment for you, and once our environment is done, right, I need to install some necessary packages inside my environment, new environment, right? So that is why I'm passing here pandas, numpy, and e dash dot. What e dot does, it will try to create a package for you and it will install in your environment automatically, because this setup.py will be updated, right? Now this is a version 0.1, it might be 0.2 and so on, right? So that is why I need to install this setup also in my environment, because I need to call these packages, and for that I need to install these stuffs in my Python environment. That is why I'm passing here e dot, so it can do it for me. So now I guess we are almost done. Let's try to run this one. So I'm just going in my folder and I'll be copying the path. I am opening my anaconda prompt, and now I'm doing like cd this one, and then I'm taking the path. So you can see I'm just taking the path here, e dot e colon. Now I'm creating an environment, so I need to write the code conda create dash p. Let's give it a name called env python equal to 3.9, because I'm going to use 3.9 dash y. So I'm telling let's create the python environment with the python version 3.8, not 3.9, 3.8, and I'm telling us when I run this one, it will create the entire environment for me inside this folder. So till the time it will create this environment, let me show you something. Here you can see this part called source control, right? So when you click on the source control, you can see things are on track. Changes, like what all changes I did in this folder: requirements txt, setup py, setup sh, everything. And when I click on this plus button, it all be staged. So you guys can directly push by writing something here and click on commit. It will automatically push all the changes inside my GitHub repo. And that is why I cloned it and I'm using VS Code to do things. So from here itself, I can do the commit. I don't need to run any git command to do that. It is very easy to do, and I will show you how to do that in later videos. But for now, let's see how things going on. So let's see, I guess, yeah. So my environment is created. You can see the folder also env is created. So let's go here and let's activate the environment. Then conda activate env, and the environment is activated. You can see, right? The environment is activated. And now what I need to do, I want to install these three things from this requirements.txt. I need to run pip install dash r dash r requirements.txt requirements.txt. So it will automatically installing things. It's installing pandas, everything, and then it will automatically close tabs. So it will be installing these collected packages, whatever dependencies it had to install things, it will do that. So installing is, I guess, happening. So let's wait for some time. Let's see how it is doing that. So it will take some time to install things, because it depends on the system. My system may be a bit slow today, so that is why it is taking a bit time to do the stuff, but it's fine, I guess. This was the first video for this project, that how we are going to set up things. So in this video we set up the basic structure, basic folder structure and everything, and from the next video onwards we are going to write codes for this. So I hope you guys liked it. Don't forget to share your feedback with me, and don't forget to subscribe if you feel ki it deserves one subscription from your end. So guys, thank you for watching the video. Bye bye.